welcome to My Moment, the best channel for makeup and hair tutorial and also products review. Today's video going to be something a little different than the rest. It's going to be a handheld mirror DIY. So it's going to look like this, but I definitely want to bling it up and transfer it to this little guy. And if you want to know how I'm able to create this, then keep on watching. Before I start any kind of DIY, I definitely wanted to jam it up. This is my favorite headphone ever because it's so convenient and it's connected right to my phone. And now here is the mirror that I purchased from AliExpress. I don't know if they have it at like Amazon or not. If I can find it, I will list the information below. And we cannot forget the most important thing is the bling. And I purchased this also from AliExpress. If I can able to find it from Amazon, then I'm going to link that below. What's amazing about this product is already have a sticky side at the end. So definitely you don't need to have glue in order to stick on. And the three colors that I picked is red, black, and silver. I was trying to find yellow, but unfortunately they did not have it. Maybe you're in better luck now that they actually have one, but if you don't have one, just don't worry about it. Another thing is also a tweezer. Don't forget about that because it's going to help you handle stuff way easier. First off, I'm going to start with the bow because it tends to pop out more and it's the easiest that you want to target. And so I'm using this red stone and then I'm just placing near the edge as closely as possible. If you have any excess during the time that you are working, you are definitely going to save that for later, so don't trash those. So I'm going to do a time lapse to show you the whole process instead of you over here trying to figure out how to do it. By the way, I totally forgot to mention this, but I use the eyebrow scissors. This is very small and sleek that is nice to cut. Instead of using the big old scissors, it's kind of hard to figure out the precise positions where you need to cut it. After I finish the center of the bow, I move on to the side. I found it's much easier to actually do this vertical instead of horizontal. And it depends on the side of the shapes, but it definitely makes your life much easier. In order to make this like beautiful, you definitely have to add some dimension. So using this method will definitely help you to achieving what you want. Now I'm going to repeat the same process to the other side, applying the rhinestone vertically and then cut as I need it to, and just make sure that you're going to cover the whole sections of the red bow, even at toward the back. As you can see here, just place carefully where you want it to be. Next part that I'm going to work is the whisker. So I'm going to apply the black rhinestone where it needs to be and cut off the excess. Since I have the black rhinestone, I'm just go ahead and work on the Hello Kitty eye and just place it where it needs to be and try to cut off the excess as much as possible. You can definitely count how many rhinestone it needs to be. Cut it before placing them. I think it's much easier. As mentioned before, I don't have yellow rhinestones, so I'm going to turn my Hello Kitty into the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The next portion that I'm going to work on is Hello Kitty ear, and I apply the silver rhinestone and I'm just basically working at it. The amazing part about this rhinestone is that you can structure the way that you want it to be because it's very flexible and easy to apply. On the right side of the Hello Kitty ear, as you can see, there is a natural curve. So I'm just going to apply my rhinestone, the natural curve of how it structures. And I'm just going to apply it until I reach toward the top. This is more a time-consuming process than it's actually hard. For the part of the face, I'm going to start closely toward the bow and gradually build it up toward the side of the face. I'm not working on the rim because that's going to be a different method. I'm just using this guideline and placing all the rhinestone as needed to be and curve around the face, and gradually I will get close enough to the whiskers. At this point, just go ahead and repeat the same process until we reach to the eye area. Then definitely you need to cut the ends if it's extra. If I get a chance to do it again, I'm probably going to lay the rhinestone vertical across the face versus I'm curving around because it tends to be a little bit harder to do. So whenever you are working with a round shape, you definitely have to do an outline. I feel that is much easier where you're going to lay the rhinestone later on. The amazing about this rhinestone strips, it will listen to you wherever you want it to go. So it's super easy if you go in a circle or a very weird shape. But if you want to stay consistent, I will definitely choose to do it horizontal across the face. Remember how earlier I told you to don't trash anything, because whenever you're facing a small space, you can definitely reuse those. If you look at the side of the Hello Kitty, do you see it's kind of like uneven and slanted? Well, if I pick to go either horizontal or vertical, I'm pretty sure this will not happen, and next time it will be more perfect. I like to work on the top surface first and then later on go on the rim. It's going to be much prettier and stay consistent. If you make a mistake, don't worry. This is pretty easy to undone, take it off, and apply again. So my Hello Kitty need a choker. You can definitely pick any colors you like. You can go with black if you want to. For instance, I'm just go ahead and using this silver rhinestone and then just place it all over until I reach toward the bottom. From what I did earlier, I definitely have to say this is my favorite part. It's so fun to go around in a circle, until I reach the end. Yay! Now finally I able to work on the other side, and yes, I start on the ear first on like diagonal and then placing the leftover rhinestone that I save, and this is a filler, so this is really great to reuse what you have not used. And now don't forget to actually add the rhinestone on the rims because it's a circle shape, so we definitely have to figure out how we're going to place the leftover rhinestone, and I found that it's much easier rather than trying to figure that out later. And now just fill any empty space with rhinestone like that, and do you see that it's much easier? Everything will fall into place when you have an outline. Use the tweezer to actually make some space, or if you're trying to squeeze some rhinestone together, because it's easier to use a tweezer versus your hand. So I ended up redoing the Hello Kitty nose because I was not satisfied. As I mentioned, whenever it's a circle shape, you definitely need to do an outline, then later on apply what it needed to be, and this time it looked way better. This is optional, but it's just my creativity that I want to do a 3D version for the bow, and that's why I placed the black rhinestone around the edges to make it pop out more. You definitely need to be patient at this point because the rhinestone does not want to stick, and it's hard to actually make a circle, but just go ahead and try your best. And also, I'm going to place the black rhinestone in the outer rim. It's going to make it look much cuter and more defined, and it looks like it's really pop out. So I think that this is a really good idea. What I like to do is using my tweezers and press on each of the black rhinestone for it to stay much better. So here is the complete look from the back. It's super nice and cute, and definitely you can put in your vanity, and it's definitely going to complement your makeup desk. And here is the final products. Thank you so much for watching. Just remember, if you cannot buy, you can always create it yourself. There's another 2 video waiting for you to click on. Also, subscribe, ring the bell for more notifications, and as always, love yourself, stay motivated, peace out.